We could get them in between if we can. Once there's a see that end here? That one. Want that there? And
graduates, families, friends, honored guests, advisory board members, faculty, staff, and students. Welcome to Penn State Wilkes-Barre. At this time, I ask everyone to take a moment to turn off or silence your cell phones. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Linda Goldstein, Chancellor and Chief Academic Officer of Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
Thank you, Dr. Marsico. Good morning, graduates, family and friends, honored guests, faculty, and staff. Welcome to the 2025 Commencement exercises. We are extremely grateful to gather today for this milestone achievement in your lives. We are now convened for the 2025 spring commencement of the Wilkes-Barre campus of the Pennsylvania State University. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, led by Professor Jonathan Panino.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Ms. Jill Schwartz, Chair of the Penn State Wilkes-Barre Advisory Board. Ms. Schwartz is the owner of Fortune Fabrics Incorporated and Gosh Yarn It in Kingston. Her family, the Fortinskis, has had a long-standing history with Penn State Wilkes-Barre, and we are grateful for their continued support through several endowments and scholarships at the campus. She is deeply rooted in Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Ms. Schwartz.
Thank you, Dr. Goldstein. Oops. One of my favorite duties as chair of the advisory board is to be able to welcome our students and those they have invited to this commencement ceremony, the service too, at the University Wilkes-Barre campus. This is the first time in 3 years I can say that we're truly under a blue and white sky. I haven't been able to do it for 3 years. Graduates, as you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, a journey filled with boundless possibilities, your time here has equipped you with the tools and knowledge to navigate that path with confidence. I urge you to embrace the challenges, learn from every experience, and never stop pursuing your passions. To the faculty and staff, thank you for the dedication to the students. Your commitment to their success is the cornerstone of our institution's strength. To our esteemed Chancellor and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Goldstein, you have always had the students' best interest at heart, and for that I admired you. Your willingness to raise the occasion when called upon truly shows what a leader you are. I wish you all the best. Once again, congratulations to all graduates. We wish you the very best as you embark on your next chapter.
Thank you, Ms. Schwartz, for your warm words of welcome, your outstanding leadership as the chair of the Penn State Wilkes-Barre Advisory Board, and your generous support of our programs, students, and faculty. We are honored to have you as a member of our campus community. I now invite Dr. Rebecca Sarber, Chair of the Campus Faculty Senate for 2024-2025, to acknowledge this year's outstanding students in and out of the classroom. Dr. Sarber.
At Penn State Wilkes-Barre, we regard outstanding scholarship as a meritorious achievement which deserves public recognition. Students from our campus who are graduating with highest distinction are wearing a blue and white cord. Students graduating with high distinction are wearing a blue cord. Students graduating with distinction are wearing a white cord. Will the student graduating with highest distinction please rise and remain standing? Will the student... Will the students graduating with high distinction please rise and remain standing? Will the students graduating with distinction please rise? Congratulations and best wishes for future excellence. You may be seated. Students who participated on a Penn State Wilkes-Barre athletic team have been awarded silver cords in recognition of their dedication both in the classroom and in competition. Will the students wearing athletic recognition cords please rise? Congratulations, we commend you on your achievements. You may be seated. Students who have passed the National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying exam for licensure have been awarded a red and black cord for their achievement. Will the student wearing a Professional Society cord from NCEES please rise? Congratulations, we commend you on your achievement. In addition to these cords, there are 3 President's and Scholarship Awards that are given at the annual Academic Excellence Award ceremony to recognize students with the highest academic achievement. The President's Sparks Award is given to the students achieving a 4.0 cumulative GPA earned with no more than 60 total credits. The recipients are second-year students, John Bunting, who is transitioning to the College of Information Sciences and Technology in fall 2025. Lucas DeKowiak, who is intending to major in finance at the Smeal College of Business. Atticus Warren Minnick, who will major in accounting at the Smeal College of Business. The President Walker Award is given to students who have earned a 4.0 cumulative grade point average and earned fewer than 36 total credits. The recipients are first-year students Evander Brown, currently in the Division of Undergraduate Studies. Paislyn King, intending a major in corporate communications. Joshua Kishbaugh, intending a major in engineering. Logan Slattish, intending a major in engineering. Lastly, the Evan Pugh Scholar Award is given to a senior in the upper 0.5% of their respective class. This year's recipient is one of our student marshals. Would Junwar Fonte please stand? Congratulations to you and to all the Presidents and Scholars awardees. In addition to the Presidents and Scholars Awards, there are 4 highly competitive leadership awards bestowed during the Student Leadership Dinner. One of the most prestigious is the John R. Murphy Award. A successful alumnus from our campus, Rick Barry, endowed this award in honor of a former dean of students. It recognizes one graduating senior each year whose outstanding qualities of character, scholarship, leadership, and citizenship have been directed into programs and services that have positively influenced fellow students, contributing to the prestige of the campus as a whole. The 2024-2025 recipient of the John R. Murphy Award for Excellence in Leadership and Service is Alessandra Maria Ayub. Her service included Students for Justice and Nittany Gives. To put it simply, she is an outstanding student, an excellent club member, a leader amongst her peers, and is a strong advocate for those in need. Lastly, she is graduating a year early with a goal of attending law school. Alessandra, would you please stand? Audience, please join me in congratulating Alessandra. The campus is honored to have 2 awardees endowed through the Dougherty Family Awards at Penn State Wilkes-Barre. The Martin U. Dougherty Emerging Leader Award is given to an undergraduate student of junior academic standing who has achieved a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.0 and who demonstrates excellence in leadership, service, scholarship, citizenship, and character. The 2024-2025 winner of the Martin U. Dougherty Emerging Leader Award is Brady Thomas Schultes, President of the Music Society. Campus DJ, announcer at home basketball games, and a great event planner for his club. Brady is Penn State Wilkes-Barre's spirit in human form. He shows Penn State pride with every interaction he makes on and off campus. His leadership skills continue to build, making him the emerging leader of the campus community. We look forward to Brady returning next year. The second of the Dougherty Family Awards at Penn State Wilkes-Barre is the Florence C. Dougherty Pride of the Lion Award, which is given to an undergraduate student of sophomore, junior, or senior academic standing enrolled at Penn State Wilkes-Barre in recognition of exemplary qualities of personal character, campus and university spirit, and Penn State pride through active involvement in campus and community activities aimed at promoting Penn State Wilkes-Barre and/or the university. The 2024-2025 winner of the Florence C. Dougherty Pride of the Lion Award is Lucas Connor Carpenter, President of Lion Ambassadors, President of Surveying Society, student government senator, and soccer player. Lucas is described as wise beyond his years. From the start of his Penn State journey, he stood out as a natural leader. Through his involvement in Lion Ambassadors and the Surveying Society, he set the standard for his peers. Whether at meetings, events, or around campus, others look to Lucas for guidance. Penn State Wilkes-Barre will truly miss him. Would Lucas please stand for our congratulations? Lastly, we congratulate the recipient of the Eric A. and Josephine S. Walker Award, which recognizes a student whose outstanding character, scholarship, leadership, and citizenship have been directed into activities that have positively influenced other students and have contributed to the prestige and well-being of their campus and the reputation of the university as a whole. This year's recipient is Jacinda Allison Rose, outgoing Vice President and incoming President of the Student Government Association, Thon member, line ambassador, and IT major. She has become excellent in the classroom, on campus, in the community, and as a voice for her fellow students, embodying the qualities of the Walker Award of Leadership, Scholarship, and Service. We look forward to her return in the fall. It is now my pleasure to welcome Junwar Fonte to the podium to deliver the Student Marshal Address.
Good morning. Before I begin, I want to say how grateful I am for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the class of 2025. Coming back to college late in life has been an incredible journey, and for those of you who I haven't met yet, I'm in my 40s, I'm married, I'm raising 2 young kids, and I'm getting a degree in IT. Let me tell you, there's nothing humbles you quite like a 19-year-old explaining the point of TikTok as if it were a required course in the Penn State curriculum. Thank you for being here. It's an incredible honor to stand before you today. First, I want to take a moment to thank the faculty and staff for their dedication, long hours, support you've poured into helping us get to this day. Your commitment has made a difference. Thank you. And to the parents out there, from one parent to another, thank you for the blood, sweat, and tears it took to get your kids here today. I totally get it. This day belongs to you too. I also want to thank the people who helped me through the hardest parts and celebrate the best ones. My family and friends, my advisors, instructors, and especially Wei-Fan Chen and Brian Reese, and my classmates. I wouldn't be standing up here today without your support. And to my husband, thank you for holding my hand through the nights filled with frustration on my toughest assignments, for coaching me through English papers from the endless spiral of algebra, calculus, and trigonometry, and some of Brian's coding assignments too. Your belief in me kept me going. Thank you. As you might have figured out, I'm a Gen Xer, and that means there were moments when I definitely felt the generational gap, like the time Brian asked us, how do we book a flight, web browser or phone? And everyone raised their hand for phone. And I genuinely had a moment, and I thought, why are they all calling airlines? And then it hit me, they're not calling anyone. They're using apps. And at this point, the word phone is really just a device we use to avoid talking to people. One of my biggest motivations for coming back to school was to set an example for my daughters. Our family motto is, you can do hard things. And I've said it more times than I can count. And now they watch me live it. I was diagnosed with dyslexia in 2nd grade. I didn't think going to college or even getting a bachelor's degree was in my future. I was drawn to visuals, to storytelling, to art. That path led me to New York City, where I was a photographer, and I met a bunch of celebrities. And it was a dream come true until burnout hit. Because the truth is, after you reach your dream, you still have to figure out what comes next. When I graduated high school, photography was film and chemistry, and now it's sensors, pixels, and code. Technology changed, and I had to change with it. My first career gave me art, beauty, and adventure. My second gave me something I never expected, a new career path in IT, a chance to become a wife and a mother. I dabbled in early digital photography, trying to figure out how cameras could talk to computers. That curiosity eventually led me here, to the precipice of something new, just like all of you. You might not know what comes next, and that's okay. Sometimes uncertainty is scary, and sometimes it's thrilling. But what we have now is trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in the people who got us here, and the knowledge that we really can do hard things. So here I am, a little older, hopefully a little wiser, and now with a new degree in hand, I want to pass along a message. Not just to you now, but to your future self. You won't always get everything you set your mind to. Life has twists and turns. But if you stay present, you keep trying, and you keep making good choices, you will build a rich and meaningful life. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Thank you, Jumar, for your story of resilience and adaptation and your encouragement for us to stay open to possibilities. I now invite our other student marshal, Bailey Hayes, who is the recipient of the Samuel Valek Criminal Justice Award, to introduce our commencement speaker.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Mr. Boylan earned a Bachelor of Science degrees in business with a concentration in marketing and management from Penn State in 2012. His path to his degree was unique and one that was not without challenges, a sentiment that many of us here today may relate to. After Mr. Boylan's first year at Penn State Wilkes-Barre, he transitioned to University Park, then withdrew after the first semester of his third year. Boylan took some time off and recommitted to education, coming back to Penn State Wilkes-Barre to finish his degree. Mr. Boylan currently serves as the portfolio director at Throughline, an enterprise design and strategy firm headquartered in Washington, D.C. In his role, he oversees the company's digital transformation and user experience portfolio, managing a team of employees across the United States. Prior to Throughline, he held roles in research analysis at the Institute, as well as roles as district director with Senator John Yedichak, vice president of economic development with the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce, and as executive director of Wilkes-Barre Connect, a chamber program focused on attaining resources for entrepreneurs. Since earning his degree from Penn State and advancing professionally, Mr. Boylan has kept his connection to the campus and university strong. He served as a member of Penn State Wilkes-Barre's advisory board and as a guest speaker in classes taught by Teresa Clemente, assistant teaching professor of business. Mr. Boylan lives in Harvey's Lake with his wife, Lindsay Griffin Boylan, and his daughter, Madeline, a second-year student at Drexel University. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Joseph Boylan.
Thank you, and congratulations, Bailey. I got a chance to read your story this week, too, and your drive and dedication at such an early age to improving each day is truly motivating and inspirational. You're a perfect example of the high quality and impactful students this campus has continued to produce for over 100 years, a legacy that deserves to continue. And speaking of legacy, I would be remiss if I didn't immediately recognize Chancellor Goldstein. Dr. Linda, your impact on this university started the moment you took your first step on this campus in 1991. Penn State will miss you, this community will miss you, and I know I will certainly miss you. I've cherished our friendship, our coffee talks, and laughs we've shared throughout the years. I wouldn't be where I am today, including this stage this morning, without your guidance, wisdom, and encouragement. Thank you. So with that, Chancellor Goldstein, advisory board members, distinguished faculty and staff, family and friends, welcome. And most importantly, our graduates, congratulations. I'd like to take a moment before I start to remember a friend of mine, a fellow Nittany Lion and my roommate for 2 years at University Park, Tim Anderson. Tim passed away earlier this year after a courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. He was an amazing father to his children, Kaylee and Keaton, a true DIYer, and a great golfer, even being a member of the Penn State golf team back in 1996. He was a great person whose memory will always live on. I'd also like to recognize my beautiful wife, Lindsay, who's here today, and my younger brother, Clancy, who made the drive up from Philadelphia this morning. Last week, Clancy had a great post on LinkedIn about how life is a journey full of ups and downs and zigs and zags, and that sometimes where we expect or want to be is not where we are, but we continue to push forward on that journey with the knowledge and vision that one day we will be right where we're supposed to be. So first of all, what a great post, Clancy. And second, it reminded me of a funny story about him that is relevant to today. Clancy got his undergrad from St. Joe's University out in Philadelphia and his MBA from Wilkes University. He was a rising star at Wells Fargo, only in his mid-20s, yet already known as a branch fixer. Wells would send him in to failing or underperforming branches to turn them around. The stars were, aligned for him, except for one major issue. He was unhappy. So my father had me take him out on the golf course, spend the day together, talk to him, which I did. And the next day I got a call from my dad who was furious, and he said, "What the hell did you tell your brother?" And shocked, I said, "I just told him life's too short. Find your passion, find what makes you happy and do it." To which my dad replied, "Well, great, he just quit Wells Fargo and is currently applying to law school." So needless to say, at the time, my dad was furious, not thrilled with either me or my brother. But as Clancy sits here today in this gym as a senior trial partner at Morgan & Morgan, one of the largest and most successful law firms in the U.S., I think he made the right decision. But honestly, my brother's post certainly captured this journey we call life. And this morning, I want to take you for a ride through my journey, how I've learned the importance of finding your passion and the value of learning and growing from each zig and zag, just as my brother did. And most importantly, I want to leave you today with something that can help guide you along your journey as you leave here today as a Penn State graduate. My story started right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. My dad, Kevin, spent years in the financial and automotive industry, but was a true entrepreneur at heart, opening several bars and restaurants over the better part of 3 decades with his high school sweetheart, my mom, Janet. Now, my mom was a public school teacher. In fact, she was my 8th grade honors English teacher. Very awkward. But that was just one of several titles that my mom held. She was a seamstress. She was a home cook. She was a Halloween costume designer. She was a pastry chef for all of our restaurants. She was a driving instructor and a general contractor. Essentially, she was the glue of our family. And to truly understand the kind of person my mother is, all you need to do is spend a day with her down in Sarasota, Florida. See how she takes care of my ill father all day and every day. She's a truly remarkable person. And while you're there, you'll also discover how creative my mother is, as the house is adorned with various paintings, woven blankets, and crafts, all created by my mother. And that creative spirit is found throughout my mom's family, the Mazers, a collection of watchmakers, jewelers, authors, cooks, and painters. It's a trait that has been passed down to my daughter, Madeline, who is a second-year interior design and architecture student at Drexel University. My entire childhood, I was fascinated by artistry and creativity of my mom's family, yet I could never find my place in that space. I loved it. It got me so excited, but it just never materialized for me through traditional methods. I couldn't draw, still can't draw, couldn't paint, not even attempting to paint, and ultimately it just created and left this void within me. It always felt like a part of me was always missing. And I held on to that void throughout my childhood and teenage years, often going through the motions, especially when it came to schoolwork. And after graduating high school, I enrolled at Penn State University and set foot on this very campus as a freshman back in 1996. Looked a little bit different back then, by the way. I was majoring in the hospitality program. And that first year, I got by academically. There was no way lighting the world on fire. And to this day, I still have no idea why I chose that major, other than my family's involvement in the restaurant business. But the program wasn't for me. It never got me excited. I felt like I was actually living out someone else's journey. And that being said, my choice of majors did enable me to go and transition to University Park for my sophomore year. And that's when my journey began to deviate from that linear path. During my sophomore year, I lost over 30 pounds, totally shattering the freshman 15 theory. I went to doctors and specialists, but no physical issues were ever discovered. Said my experience was probably chalked up to the effects of a bout of food poisoning that I had had. I was suffering and my grades were suffering too. I didn't know who I was, almost like an out-of-body experience. And that trend continued into my third year, where it all came crashing down and I finally quit. I withdrew from the university and I moved back home. Now, years later, I was diagnosed with high anxiety and depression, issues that were more prevalent and diagnosed today than they were 30, 40 years ago. During my teen years, I developed several OCD tendencies to self-regulate and mask my anxiety. The move out to U Park simply disrupted that balance. However, that change of environment wasn't my only anxiety trigger. There was still that lingering void or emptiness that I had inside of me. After dropping out, my parents obviously put me right to work in the family restaurant business. It was awful. It was awful. Looking back, though, it was definitely the push I needed to get back to school. And after nearly 4 years away, I came back to Penn State and back to this very campus. And through the guidance of Kathy Flanagan-Herstack, an absolute legend here at the Penn State Wilkes-Barre campus, I enrolled in the business program with a concentration in marketing. A fresh start that would connect me with one of the most influential people in my lives. A person who helped unlock that missing piece, the void that had been with me since childhood. That person happens to be sitting on the stage today, Terry Clementi. Terry unlocked this creative side that had been buried within my subconscious. I was creative, just like my mom's family, but not in a traditional manner. I love to design and build things like programs and initiatives and campaigns. And this newly discovered passion provided me with a reimagined outlook on education and this university. It gave me energy, it brought me joy, replacing those painful memories of failure and uncertainty. And that void and emptiness now was filled with excitement and wonder. And over the next few semesters, Terry continued to push me to explore that space, helping restore my confidence along the way, leading up to graduation, but not before making one more critical impact in my life. Terry introduced me to another Terry, Terry Ohms, the CEO of the Institute, an introduction that would forever alter my professional journey. On face value, this introduction was simply an act just to help me secure a last-minute internship, to check that final box before graduation. But this introduction turned out to be my thunder moment, as my wife would say. As an intern at the Institute, I followed Terry Clementi's direction and channeled my passion and trusted myself. And that approach was rewarded, landing me an offer to serve as a research analyst at the Institute before my internship ever ended. And from that moment on, I never stopped channeling my passion and actively sought to grow both personally and professionally by listening and learning from some unbelievable mentors, leaders, and teammates. More importantly, I continued to build and explore and push my creative bounds at each stop along my professional journey. This included building and executing downtown revitalization projects as Chief of Staff for State Representative Udicak, also building his campaign as well for John as we moved to the Senate. Building an economic and entrepreneurial driver in the region called Wilkes-Barre Connect, featuring several partnerships with this campus and University Park. And finally, building education and workforce pilot programs that were funded by state and federal governments. And that professional journey ultimately led to Throughline about 4 years ago. And Throughline is an enterprise design and strategy firm headquartered in Washington, D.C., where I run our digital transformation and user experience portfolio. There, I'm fortunate to do what I love, what I'm passionate about on a daily basis. I run teams consisting of talented content, business, and design strategists to build and deploy solutions for federal and commercial clients, including the Department of Energy, Department of Labor, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Carnival, and Elf Beauty. And in a full circle moment, this role also now has me serving as a mentor within the firm, allowing me to pass on the guidance and wisdom that I was fortunate to receive from Terry and all the amazing mentors along my journey. And here I am today, a commencement speaker for a campus in a university that I quit on, but forever grateful that they never quit on me. A campus that no matter what the future holds, will always be a place of hope and inspiration to me and many others. So when my brother says life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and that sometimes where we expect or want to be is not where we are, but we continue to push forward on that journey with the knowledge and vision that one day we will be right where we're supposed to be, he's absolutely correct. So long as the knowledge is a discovery of your passion and vision is the ability to see and believe in yourself. Today marks an incredible milestone in your journey. It's the end of one chapter and the start of a new. As your passion comes into focus and you visualize your future, the next chapters of your personal and professional life, I want to leave you with 3 memories from today. Memories that I want you to constantly revisit and allow them to serve as your compass as you navigate the ups and downs and zigs and zags of your journey. Number 1, never forget what it took to get in that seat today. The joy, excitement, and sense of accomplishment you are feeling today did not come easy. It took hard work and sacrifice, right? Maybe working 2 jobs, finding daycare, working with a tutor, or overcoming personal challenges. Never lose sight of that. You will encounter several obstacles on your journey, and you can't get around them, you can't get over them, you must get through them. And that will require the same hard work, dedication, and determination you leverage to earn that seat you sit in today. Approaching your journey with that spirit will get you right where you're supposed to be. Number 2, the people behind you. As we discussed, life is a journey with many ups and downs, and sometimes those downs can be dark. You may feel upset, lost, even alone. But turn around and take a look at the family and friends that are in the crowd, and even those watching via live stream this morning. That's your fan base, it's your cheering section. It's your support group. You are never alone. No matter where your journey takes you, remember this room of smiling faces. You are all loved and supported by individuals that will always be there in your time of need, guiding you out of darkness and getting you back on track. And finally, number 3, that Penn State logo right at midcourt. No matter the uncertainty of this world and what tomorrow holds, today you officially join the largest family in the world, the Penn State Alumni Network, and nobody can ever take that away from you. Whether you're looking for a job, stuck in an airport, or trying to get a table at a busy restaurant in Disney World, you will come across a Penn Stater, I can guarantee it. This family will always be there to open a door, make an introduction, and just make you feel special. I want to congratulate you all once again on this achievement. Well earned and well deserved. Let those 3 memories from today guide you on your journey tomorrow. And to quote Einstein, a ship is always safe at shore but that's not what it's built for. Go forth, explore, challenge yourself, channel your passion, and never stop believing in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe, for affirming that the college experience in and out of the classroom is a personal journey unique to each of us. Whatever shape those journeys take, whatever the through line of our lives, they allow us to be transformed and to make deep connections to others. To commemorate your role in today's celebration, we present you with the most famous of Penn State symbols, the Nittany Lion. There are students here today who finished their educations at other Penn State locations, but chose to receive their diplomas at Penn State Wilkes-Barre. We welcome their participation. There are also 46 fine students who will leave us to complete their bachelor's degrees at 7 other Penn State campuses. We are confident that Penn State Wilkes-Barre has prepared them well for the challenges and opportunities that they'll face. We welcome them into the ranks of our campus alumni and invite them to return and graduate from Penn State Wilkes-Barre's campus when they complete their degrees. Let us now proceed with the presentation of candidates for degrees. The first to be presented are the associate degrees. Students, you have gained knowledge and skills to earn this degree and the recognition that accompanies it. We know you will translate your learning into work and service to benefit yourselves and your community. Ms. Schwartz and Ms. Laura Hudak are participating in today's commencement by congratulating our candidates. Ms. Hudak, representing the Alumni Association, will present graduates with their first Penn State alumni pin after they receive their diplomas. Ms. Iris Willett, faculty marshal, will announce the name of each candidate. I recognize Professor Demetrius Bolkus, program coordinator for Surveying Engineering Technology.
Will the candidates for the degree of Associate in Surveying Engineering Technology please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I'm pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Associate in Surveying Engineering Technology. Will the graduates please come forward?
Hunter Gamitter. Anton Koss. Braden Kostick. William Sayer. Caleb Schultz. Michael Tanderich.
I recognize Professor Teresa Clementi, program representative for the University College.
Will the candidate for the degree of Associate in Business Administration please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Associate in Business Administration.
Kieran Karlovich.
I recognize Dr. Christine Bergeny, Program Coordinator of the Multidisciplinary Studies Program.
Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Multidisciplinary Studies please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Associate in Multidisciplinary Studies. Will the graduates please come forward?
Evan L. Seraphin. Paige Elizabeth Yastrzemski.
We now present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees. Students, through your hard work, you have truly earned the degrees that are about to be conferred upon you. The diploma you each receive represents knowledge and skills that place you in a special group of individuals who have graduated from the Pennsylvania State University. Penn Staters use their knowledge and skills for the benefit of others, your families, your communities, and our world. I recognize Professor Timothy Sichler, Program Representative for the College of Engineering.
Thank you, Dr. Goldstein. Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Will the candidate please come forward?
William D. Smith.
I recognize Professor Timothy Sichler, Program Coordinator for the Electrical Engineering Technology Program.
Thank you, Dr. Goldstein. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering Technology please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering Technology. Will the candidates please come forward?
Dante Brunori. Matthew E. Urban.
I recognize Dr. Demetrius Bolkas, Program Coordinator for Surveying Engineering.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Surveying Engineering please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I'm pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Surveying Engineering. Will the candidates please come forward?
Nathan G. Kratz. Lucas Carpenter. Nathan Albert Koch. Thaddeus Mead. Michael Bowman. Brandon M. Ritchie.
I recognize Dr. Christine Bergeny, Program Representative for the College of Health and Human Development.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nutritional Sciences please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nutritional Sciences. Will the candidate please come forward?
Paige E. David.
I recognize Professor Teresa Clementi, Program Representative for the Inter-College Program in Business.
Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business. Will the candidate please come forward?
Jada M. Vanderpool. Molly Moran. Maria T. Luna. Jillian R. Lydell. Timothy L. Ladd. Ethan J. Jimsky. Matthew Barber. Charles Robert Wallace. Sam Gomez.
I recognize Dr. Natalia Vodopyanova, Program Coordinator for Corporate Communications.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Corporate Communication please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I'm pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Corporate Communications. Will the candidates please come forward?
Devin Wade. Kaylee M. Comets. Shamani M. Rose. Alan Ozoji. Jedediah Ashton.
I recognize Dr. Rebecca Sarver, Program Coordinator for Criminal Justice.
Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Will the candidate please come forward?
Alessandra Ayub. Dimitri C. Morales.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Will the candidates please come forward?
Bailey J. Hayes. Brandon J. Marr. Madeline E. Major.
I recognize Professor Brian Reese, Program Co-Coordinator for Information Sciences and Technology.
Thank you, Dr. Goldstein. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Information and Technology. Will the candidates please come forward?
Christine Schneider. Ryan Sorber. Garrett D. Paraski. Sean Lamoureux. Yusuf Kamal. Chloe Geiswhite. Chase Duffy. Jonathan T. Stockla. Richard Anthony Woodich, Jr. Andrew C. Zimmerman. Junwar Fonte.
I recognize Professor Melissa Littleton, Program Coordinator for Rehabilitation and Human Services.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Rehabilitation and Human Services please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Rehabilitation and Human Services. Will the candidates please come forward?
Isabella M. Salvaggio. Jonathan M. Kelly. Cassandra Deeroff. Chelsea Bednarek.
The candidates for baccalaureate degrees have all been presented. We now present candidates for master's degrees. Students, you've built upon the foundation of your baccalaureate degrees, achieving mastery in your field through expertise in the field and the degrees you have earned and that are about to be conferred upon you. I recognize Dr. Demetrius Bolkus, representative for the World Campus.
Will the candidate for the degree of Master of Education in Higher Education please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Master of Education in Higher Education. Will the candidate please come forward?
Alex Ellsworth.
Will the candidate for the degree of Master of Professional Studies in Cybersecurity Analytics and Operations with a graduate certificate in Enterprise Information Security Technology Architecture please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Master of Professional Studies in Cybersecurity Analytics and Operations with a graduate certificate in Enterprise Information and Security Technology Architecture. Will the candidate please come forward?
Ty Pace.
Will the candidate for the degree of Master of Professional Studies in Criminal Justice Policy and Administration please rise? Dr. Goldstein, I am pleased to present this worthy and approved candidate for the degree of Master of Professional Studies in Criminal Justice Policy and Administration. Will the candidate please come forward?
Mackenzie Jennings.
Will all candidates for associate and baccalaureate and master's degrees please rise? The highest authority at the Pennsylvania State University is the Board of Trustees. By the charter of the university, this body is vested with all responsibility for the governance and welfare of the institution, including the granting of degrees. It gives me great pride, therefore, that the Board of Trustees has authorized me to confer degrees at Penn State Wilkes-Barre. I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate degrees certified by the Pennsylvania State University. Associate and baccalaureate graduates, you may now move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations to all the graduates. Please join me in recognizing this outstanding achievement. Graduates, you may be seated. It is my pleasure to invite Ms. Laura Hudak to the podium to welcome the graduates into the Alumni Association. Ms. Hudak.
Thank you, Dr. Goldstein. Good morning, administration, board, faculty, staff, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, graduates. My name is Laura Hudak. I started my Penn State journey at the Mont Alto campus before coming here to Penn State Wilkes-Barre in the spring of 1998. I moved to University Park, and I graduated from the College of Liberal Arts in 2001 with a degree in English. My husband, Michael, who's here today, is also a Penn State alumni, a graduate of the Schmiel College of Business. He also spent his first 2 years on this beautiful campus. We are both lifetime members of the Penn State Alumni Association and are very active in our local Wyoming Valley chapter of the Penn State Alumni Association. Our youngest son, Dean, I'm proud to say, is a junior at Penn State University Park in the College of Agricultural Sciences, majoring in pharmacology and toxicology. And because of that connection, I am the advocacy team leader for the Penn State Parents Program Parents Council. After attending King's College for my PA teaching certificate and earning my Master of Education degree in English and Communications Education from the University of Pittsburgh, I am now the English Department Chair at Holy Cross High School in Dunmore, where I teach British Literature and AP English Literature and Composition to our senior class. I credit so much of my career path to Dr. Stephen Putzel, my advisor and my mentor here at Penn State Wilkes-Barre. So, as you can easily see, Penn State has truly helped shape my life, and I often think of the words found in our alma mater, "May our lives but swell thy fame." So congratulations, class of 2025. The Penn State Alumni Association celebrates your successes, and we welcome you into a proud, worldwide network of Penn Staters. With the class of 2025, that network is now more than 800,000 strong. Your new membership connects you with Penn State and nearly 300 alumni groups around the world. And as you take your next step as a Penn Stater, reach out to your local alumni chapter, especially if you're staying here in the Wyoming Valley, because they will be thrilled to hear from you. Please remember that even though you are no longer a student, Penn State and the Penn State Alumni Association will always be here for you. Our community is your community. So it gives me great pleasure to induct today's graduates of the Pennsylvania State University into the Penn State Alumni Association. Welcome to our family.
Thank you, Laura. Before we bring this commencement to a close, we would like to honor those who have contributed to the success of the class of 2025. Would members of the Penn State Wilkes-Barre Advisory Board please stand? Would the faculty please stand? And would the staff please stand? Thank you for your investments of time, knowledge, mentorship, and care in our graduates. You may be seated. I know there are many of you who are graduating who would not be here if it were not for the time, patience, and sometimes struggles of others to motivate, encourage, or frankly nudge you. These people may be your parents, family, spouses, faculty, or others who played a significant role in your lives. So graduates, I'm asking that you stand and turn around and pick out that person or persons and applaud them. You can find them, they're waving at you. Please be seated. To our graduates of the Pennsylvania State University, be proud of your achievements, be confident in setting goals, and resilient in reaching them. Be intentional in connecting with others. Make an impact in your communities, our nation, and the world. Make yourself, your family, and Penn State proud. Congratulations and best wishes for your bright future. At this time, I invite you to join us in singing the Alma Mater, led by Professor Jonathan Panino. You'll find the words on the back of your program card.
Stand. Here we go. For the glory of old state, for her founder strong and great, for the future that we wait, raise the song, raise the song. Sing our love and loyalty, sing state, dear old state. We are Penn State! Yay!
Thank you, Mr. Panino. Immediately following the recessional, which will take the graduates across the street to the student commons, we invite you to join them for some refreshments in the commons and to take advantage of the many photo opportunities on this beautiful campus, especially since it's not raining. Please remain standing at your seats until all graduates have exited the gymnasium. I hereby declare the 2025 commencement ceremonies of Penn State Wilkes-Barre closed.